The pay gap has narrowed over the past 2 decades.
The pay gap has narrowed over the past 2 decades.
지난 20년간 임금의 격차가 좁혀졌다.
Narrow.
좁아지다.
The pay gap has narrowed over the past 2 decades.
His cancer is in remission.
His cancer is in remission.
그의 암은 호전된 상태이다.
In remission.
병이 진정된, 호전된.
His cancer is in remission.
Rising unemployment is a manifestation of crisis.
Rising unemployment is a manifestation of crisis.
늘어나는 실업은 위기의 징후이다.
Manifestation.
표시, 표명, 징후.
Rising unemployment is a manifestation of crisis.
This issue should be addressed in future studies.
This issue should be addressed in future studies.
이 이슈는 향후 연구들에서 다뤄져야 한다.
Address.
다루다, 처리하다.
This issue should be addressed in future studies.
Stock prices bounced back quickly.
Stock prices bounced back quickly.
주가는 빠르게 회복되었다.
Bounce back.
회복하다, 정상을 되찾다.
Stock prices bounced back quickly.
They place emphasis on the importance of reading.
They place emphasis on the importance of reading.
그들은 읽기의 중요성을 강조한다.
Place emphasis on.
무엇을 강조하다, 역점을 두다.
They place emphasis on the importance of reading.
The proposals are tentative and subject to bargaining.
The proposals are tentative and subject to bargaining.
그 제안들은 잠정적인 것이며 협상의 대상이다.
Tentative.
잠정적인, 임시적인.
The proposals are tentative and subject to bargaining.
She's been working with a vengeance over the years.
She's been working with a vengeance over the years.
그녀는 몇 년간 맹렬하게 일해왔다.
With a vengeance.
맹렬하게.
She's been working with a vengeance over the years.
Most people have a high opinion of the team.
Most people have a high opinion of the team.
대부분의 사람들이 그 팀에 대해서 좋은 평가를 하고 있다.
Have a high opinion of.
무엇에 대해 좋은 평가를 하다.
Most people have a high opinion of the team.
Most believe that men's careers should come first.
Most believe that men's careers should come first.
대부분의 사람들은 남자의 경력이 우선되어야 한다고 믿는다.
Come first.
우선하다, 더 중시되다.
Most believe that men's careers should come first.
Can you tell me ahead of time?
Can you tell me ahead of time?
나에게 미리 이야기해 줄 수 있니?
Ahead of time.
필요 시점보다 먼저, 미리.
Can you tell me ahead of time?
He was touted as a great leader.
He was touted as a great leader.
그는 위대한 지도자로 칭송되었다.
Tout.
칭송하다, 언급하다, 선전하다.
He was touted as a great leader.
He plunged into danger blinded by faith.
He plunged into danger blinded by faith.
그는 신념에 눈이 멀어 무모하게 위험에 뛰어들었다.
Blinded by.
무엇에 눈이 멀어.
He plunged into danger blinded by faith.
Don't do uncalculated risk-taking.
Don't do uncalculated risk-taking.
계산되지 않은 위험을 감수하지 말아라.
Uncalculated.
계산되지 않은.
Don't do uncalculated risk-taking.
Research has advanced our understanding of it.
Research has advanced our understanding of it.
연구가 그것에 대한 이해를 발전시켰다.
Advance.
발전, 진보시키다.
Research has advanced our understanding of it.
Women's movement again came to the fore.
Women's movement again came to the fore.
여성운동이 다시 주목을 받게 되었다.
Come to the fore.
주목받다, 중요해지다.
Women's movement again came to the fore.
It is uneasy to draw a line between love and lust.
It is uneasy to draw a line between love and lust.
사랑과 욕정 사이의 경계를 나누는 것은 쉽지 않다.
Draw a line between.
무엇들 간의 경계를 구분하다.
It is uneasy to draw a line between love and lust.
He was forced to leave his family against his will.
He was forced to leave his family against his will.
그는 그의 의지에 반하여 강제로 가족을 떠나게 되었다.
Against one's will.
누구의 의지에 반하여.
He was forced to leave his family against his will.
Fresh evidence has recently come to light.
Fresh evidence has recently come to light.
새로운 증거가 근래에 알려지게 되었다.
Come to light.
알려지다.
Fresh evidence has recently come to light.
Several conflicting forces were in play.
Several conflicting forces were in play.
몇 개의 충돌하는 힘들이 작용하고 있었다.
In play.
작용하다.
Several conflicting forces were in play.
Their behavior has shamed the whole school.
Their behavior has shamed the whole school.
그들의 행동이 학교 전체의 명예를 실추시켰다.
Shame.
수치스럽게 하다. 명예를 실추시키다.
Their behavior has shamed the whole school.
Use fossil fuel sparingly.
Use fossil fuel sparingly.
화석연료를 절약하여 사용하라.
Sparingly.
절약하여.
Use fossil fuel sparingly.
Automation can replace the grunt work.
Automation can replace the grunt work.
자동화는 고단하고 지루한 일을 대체할 수 있다.
Grunt work.
고단하고 지루한 일.
Automation can replace the grunt work.
Eating vitamins helps to ward off harmful diseases.
Eating vitamins helps to ward off harmful diseases.
비타민 복용은 해로운 질병을 막는 데 도움을 준다.
Ward off.
막아내다.
Eating vitamins helps to ward off harmful diseases.
Take the necessary precautions.
Take the necessary precautions.
필요한 예방 조치를 취하라.
Take a precaution.
예방 조치를 취하다.
Take the necessary precautions.
Initial excitement gave way to boredom.
Initial excitement gave way to boredom.
처음의 흥분은 지루함으로 바뀌었다.
Give way to.
무엇으로 대체되다.
Initial excitement gave way to boredom.
I am swamped with work.
I am swamped with work.
나는 일 때문에 정신이 없다.
Swamped with.
많은 무엇에 압도되다.
I am swamped with work.
I was denied the opportunity of learning at school.
I was denied the opportunity of learning at school.
나는 학교에서 배울 기회가 주어지지 않았다.
Denied.
무엇이 허락되지 않은.
I was denied the opportunity of learning at school.
The family was living at a subsistence level.
The family was living at a subsistence level.
그 가족은 최저 생활 수준으로 살고 있다.
At a subsistence level.
최저 생활 수준으로.
The family was living at a subsistence level.
There are many countries afflicted by civil war.
There are many countries afflicted by civil war.
내전으로 고통받는 나라들이 많다.
Afflicted by.
무엇에 고통받는.
There are many countries afflicted by civil war.
I thought he did it, but that wasn't the case.
I thought he did it, but that wasn't the case.
나는 그가 그것을 했다고 생각했으나 사실이 아니었다.
The case.
사실.
I thought he did it, but that wasn't the case.
This trend has been more pronounced in Europe.
This trend has been more pronounced in Europe.
이러한 경향은 유럽에서 더욱 두드러졌다.
Pronounced.
두드러진.
This trend has been more pronounced in Europe.
I don't have the guts to say that to his face.
I don't have the guts to say that to his face.
나는 그의 면전에서 그것을 말할 용기가 없다.
Have the guts to.
무엇을 할 용기를 가지다.
I don't have the guts to say that to his face.
Citizen is subject to laws and regulations.
Citizen is subject to laws and regulations.
시민은 법과 규정들의 통제를 받는다.
Subject to.
무엇의 통제를 받는.
Citizen is subject to laws and regulations.
Most arguments contain unstated assumptions.
Most arguments contain unstated assumptions.
모든 주장은 암묵적인 가정을 포함하고 있다.
Unstated.
진술되지 않은.
Most arguments contain unstated assumptions.
Talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap.
말은 쉽다.
Talk is cheap.
말하기는 쉽다.
Talk is cheap.
The model can bias the direction of the research.
The model can bias the direction of the research.
그 모델은 연구의 방향을 한쪽으로 치우치게 할 수 있다.
Bias.
한쪽으로 치우치게 하다.
The model can bias the direction of the research.
Too much work gets in the way of married life.
Too much work gets in the way of married life.
너무 많은 일은 결혼 생활을 방해한다.
Get in the way.
방해하다.
Too much work gets in the way of married life.
I'm not buying into your idea.
I'm not buying into your idea.
나는 당신의 생각에 동의하지 않는다.
Buy into.
무엇을 믿다, 동의하다.
I'm not buying into your idea.
Leaving aside the cost, how long will it take?
Leaving aside the cost, how long will it take?
비용을 제쳐두고라도 얼마나 시간이 걸릴 것 같은가?
Leave aside.
무엇을 제쳐두다.
Leaving aside the cost, how long will it take?
I learn from teachers and students alike.
I learn from teachers and students alike.
나는 선생으로부터든 학생으로부터든 똑같이 배운다.
Alike.
똑같이.
I learn from teachers and students alike.
It's time to draw a conclusion.
It's time to draw a conclusion.
결론을 낼 시간이다.
Draw a conclusion.
결론을 내다.
It's time to draw a conclusion.
The result was a public outcry.
The result was a public outcry.
결과적으로 대중의 비난을 일으켰다.
Public outcry.
대중의 비난.
The result was a public outcry.
Car sales fell short of expectations.
Car sales fell short of expectations.
차의 매출은 기대에 미치지 못했다.
Fall short of.
무엇에 미치지 못하다.
Car sales fell short of expectations.
They are entitled to the benefits.
They are entitled to the benefits.
그들은 그 혜택을 받을 권리가 있다.
Entitled to.
무엇에 대한 권리, 자격이 있는.
They are entitled to the benefits.
Calling me a liar is out of line.
Calling me a liar is out of line.
나를 거짓말쟁이라고 부르는 것은 선을 넘은 행동이다.
Out of line.
선을 넘은, 도가 지나친.
Calling me a liar is out of line.
They were dispossessed of lands and properties.
They were dispossessed of lands and properties.
그들은 토지와 재산을 빼앗겼다.
Dispossessed of.
무엇을 빼앗긴, 박탈당한.
They were dispossessed of lands and properties.
Democrats suffered a serious setback in the election.
Democrats suffered a serious setback in the election.
민주당은 선거에서 심각한 실패를 겪었다.
Setback.
방해, 장애, 실패, 역행.
Democrats suffered a serious setback in the election.
He behaved out of character last night.
He behaved out of character last night.
그는 지난밤 평소답지 않게 행동했다.
Out of character.
평소답지 않게.
He behaved out of character last night.
They practiced discrimination against minorities.
They practiced discrimination against minorities.
그들은 소수자들에게 차별을 일삼았다.
Practice.
관습적으로 반복하다.
They practiced discrimination against minorities.
Union workers staged a street protest.
Union workers staged a street protest.
노조원들은 가두 시위를 전개했다.
Stage.
전개하다, 조직하다.
Union workers staged a street protest.
Attempts to amend the law met with resistance.
Attempts to amend the law met with resistance.
그 법을 개정하려는 시도는 저항에 부딪혔다.
Meet with.
무엇을 경험하다, 어떤 반응을 유발하다.
Attempts to amend the law met with resistance.
The bill is aimed at reducing fuel consumption.
The bill is aimed at reducing fuel consumption.
그 에너지 법안은 연료 소비를 줄이는 것을 목적으로 한다.
Aimed at.
무엇을 목적으로 하다, 의도하다.
The bill is aimed at reducing fuel consumption.
Reckless driving coupled with hastiness brings disaster.
Reckless driving coupled with hastiness brings disaster.
무모한 운전이 조급함과 맞물려서 재난을 낳는다.
Coupled with.
맞물려서, 결합하여.
Reckless driving coupled with hastiness brings disaster.
My daughter knows how to get round me.
My daughter knows how to get round me.
내 딸은 어떻게 나를 구슬려야 하는지 안다.
Get round.
누구를 구슬리다, 잘해주며 설득하다.
My daughter knows how to get round me.
He narrowly escaped being convicted of perjury.
He narrowly escaped being convicted of perjury.
그는 의증죄로 유죄 판결을 받는 것을 가까스로 피했다.
Convicted of.
무엇으로 유죄 판결을 받다.
He narrowly escaped being convicted of perjury.
Government tends to tinker with the pension system.
Government tends to tinker with the pension system.
정부는 연금 시스템을 땜질 처방하는 경향이 있다.
Tinker with.
무엇을 땜빵하다, 땜질 처리하다.
Government tends to tinker with the pension system.
They are committed to the protection of civil rights.
They are committed to the protection of civil rights.
그들은 시민권의 보호에 전념하고 있다.
Committed to.
무엇에 전념하다, 헌신하다, 충성하다.
They are committed to the protection of civil rights.
Juniors carry briefcases of seniors as a matter of course.
Juniors carry briefcases of seniors as a matter of course.
하급자들은 당연히 상급자들의 서류 가방을 운반한다.
As a matter of course.
당연히.
Juniors carry briefcases of seniors as a matter of course.
We were faced with the need to reduce costs.
We were faced with the need to reduce costs.
우리는 비용을 줄여야 할 필요에 맞닥뜨렸다.
Faced with.
무엇에 직면하다, 맞닥뜨리다.
We were faced with the need to reduce costs.
In my life, women come and go.
In my life, women come and go.
내 인생에서 여자들은 있다가도 없다가도 한다.
Come and go.
나타났다 떠나가다.
In my life, women come and go.
NGOs have been set up in opposition to bureaucracy.
NGOs have been set up in opposition to bureaucracy.
관료주의에 반대하여 비정부 단체들이 생겨났다.
In opposition to.
무엇에 반대하여?
NGOs have been set up in opposition to bureaucracy.
A fully fledged democracy results from free election.
A fully fledged democracy results from free election.
성숙한 민주주의는 자유선거에서 온다.
Fully fledged.
완전히 발달된.
A fully fledged democracy results from free election.
They call for the armed forces to back up their decision.
They call for the armed forces to back up their decision.
그들은 그들의 결정을 뒷받침하기 위해 무력에 호소한다.
Back up.
지원하다, 뒷받침하다.
They call for the armed forces to back up their decision.
The rich and famous must give up their vested interests.
The rich and famous must give up their vested interests.
부자와 유명인들은 그들의 기득권을 포기해야 한다.
Vested interests.
기득권.
The rich and famous must give up their vested interests.
Things could quickly get out of hand.
Things could quickly get out of hand.
상황이 갑자기 걷잡을 수 없게 될 수 있다.
Get out of hand.
걷잡을 수 없게 되다, 통제불능이 되다.
Things could quickly get out of hand.
Radical political groups lean towards socialism.
Radical political groups lean towards socialism.
급진적인 정치 집단은 사회주의로 기울어진다.
Lean towards.
무엇으로 기울다.
Radical political groups lean towards socialism.
To rise within an organization requires effort and time.
To rise within an organization requires effort and time.
조직 내에서 성공하기 위해서는 노력과 시간이 필요하다.
Rise.
성공하다, 유력해지다.
To rise within an organization requires effort and time.
The proposal was endorsed by the committee.
The proposal was endorsed by the committee.
그 제안은 의원회에 의해 공개적으로 승인되었다.
Endorse.
공개적으로 승인, 지지하다.
The proposal was endorsed by the committee.
It epitomizes the problems faced by Korea.
It epitomizes the problems faced by Korea.
그것은 한국이 직면한 문제들의 완벽한 예이다.
Epitomize.
무엇의 완벽한 예이다.
It epitomizes the problems faced by Korea.
We must make concerted efforts to bring peace.
We must make concerted efforts to bring peace.
우리는 평화를 가져오기 위해 일치단결하여 노력해야 한다.
Make a concerted effort.
일치단결하여 노력하다.
We must make concerted efforts to bring peace.
Great Britain was overtaken by the United States.
Great Britain was overtaken by the United States.
영국은 미국에 의해 추월당했다.
Overtake.
추월하다, 앞지르다.
Great Britain was overtaken by the United States.
Its influence has waxed and waned over the years.
Its influence has waxed and waned over the years.
그것의 영향력은 몇 년간 세졌다 약해졌다 했다.
Wax and wane.
세졌다 약해졌다 하다.
Its influence has waxed and waned over the years.
He has to face the challenge head-on.
He has to face the challenge head-on.
그는 그 도전을 정면으로 받아들여야 한다.
Head-on.
정면으로.
He has to face the challenge head-on.
The decision is based on ill-informed opinions.
The decision is based on ill-informed opinions.
그 결정은 부적절한 의견들에 기초하고 있다.
Ill-informed.
부적절한 지식에 의한, 사실에 근거하지 않은.
The decision is based on ill-informed opinions.
They were not able to exercise their rights.
They were not able to exercise their rights.
그들은 그들의 권리를 행사할 수 없었다.
Exercise.
무엇을 행사하다, 사용하다.
They were not able to exercise their rights.
It is not possible to envisage a world without war.
It is not possible to envisage a world without war.
전쟁 없는 세계는 상상하기 불가능하다.
Envisage.
상상하다, 예상하다.
It is not possible to envisage a world without war.
They tried to wrest control of education from churches.
They tried to wrest control of education from churches.
그들은 교육의 통제권을 교회들로부터 쟁취하려고 하였다.
Wrest A from B.
B로부터 A를 쟁취하다, 어렵게 빼앗다.
They tried to wrest control of education from churches.
When it comes to cooking, she's the best I know.
When it comes to cooking, she's the best I know.
요리에 관해서라면 그녀는 내가 아는 사람 중에 최고다.
When it comes to.
무엇에 관해서라면
When it comes to cooking, she's the best I know.
The town came to life.
The town came to life.
그 마을은 활기를 띠게 되었다.
Come to life.
활기를 띠다, 의식을 되찾다.
The town came to life.
He stepped aside amid allegations of misconduct.
He stepped aside amid allegations of misconduct.
그는 의법행위 의혹을 받는 중에 사임했다.
Step aside.
현직에서 강제로 물러나다, 사임하다.
He stepped aside amid allegations of misconduct.
They hold on to some dietary practices.
They hold on to some dietary practices.
그들은 특정한 식습관을 고수한다.
Hold on to.
무엇을 고수하다, 유지하다.
They hold on to some dietary practices.
The writer comes up with such a compelling idea.
The writer comes up with such a compelling idea.
그 작가는 그토록 설득력 있는 아이디어를 내놓는다.
Come up with.
무엇을 내놓다.
The writer comes up with such a compelling idea.
The plastic is destined for boxing food.
The plastic is destined for boxing food.
그 플라스틱은 음식 포장에 사용될 예정이다.
Destined for.
무엇의 용도로 사용될 예정인.
The plastic is destined for boxing food.
The meeting is now just weeks away.
The meeting is now just weeks away.
그 회의는 단지 몇 주 후에 열릴 예정이다.
Away.
얼마 정도 후에, 미래에.
The meeting is now just weeks away.
The complexity of the device is mind-boggling.
The complexity of the device is mind-boggling.
그 기기의 복잡성은 이해하기 어렵다.
Mind-boggling.
매우 놀라운, 난해한, 상상을 초월하는.
The complexity of the device is mind-boggling.
They do not appreciate my effort.
They do not appreciate my effort.
그들은 나의 노력을 알아주지 않는다.
Appreciate.
진가를 인정하다, 감사하다.
They do not appreciate my effort.
It has nothing to do with the accident.
It has nothing to do with the accident.
그것은 그 사고와 아무런 관련이 없다.
Have nothing to do with.
무엇과 아무런 관련이 없다.
It has nothing to do with the accident.
He could take measures to put the decision on hold.
He could take measures to put the decision on hold.
그는 그 결정을 보류시키기 위해서 조치들을 취할 수도 있다.
Put A on hold.
A를 보류시키다.
He could take measures to put the decision on hold.
The investigation is focused on the allegation of fraud.
The investigation is focused on the allegation of fraud.
조사는 사기 의혹에 초점이 맞춰지고 있다.
Focused on.
무엇에 초점이 맞춰지다.
The investigation is focused on the allegation of fraud.
She is well versed in the shop sales process.
She is well versed in the shop sales process.
그녀는 매장의 매출 프로세스에 대해 정통하다.
Well versed in.
무엇에 정통한, 매우 잘 알고 있는.
She is well versed in the shop sales process.
The decision would set an unwelcome precedent.
The decision would set an unwelcome precedent.
그 결정은 달갑지 않은 선례를 남기게 될 것이다.
Set a precedent.
선례를 남기다.
The decision would set an unwelcome precedent.
His high-paying job is at stake.
His high-paying job is at stake.
그의 고소득 직업이 걸려 있다.
At stake.
무엇을 잃을 위험에 처해 있다. 무엇이 걸려 있다.
His high-paying job is at stake.
The building was reminiscent of the Gothic style.
The building was reminiscent of the Gothic style.
그 건물은 고딕양식을 생각나게 했다.
Reminiscent of.
무엇을 생각나게 하다.
The building was reminiscent of the Gothic style.
The downward trend in earnings went into reverse.
The downward trend in earnings went into reverse.
수익의 하락세가 반전되었다.
Go into reverse.
반전되다.
The downward trend in earnings went into reverse.
It was popular within the company's rank and file.
It was popular within the company's rank and file.
그것은 회사 내 평직원들에게 인기가 있었다.
Rank and file.
조직의 리더가 아닌 일반 구성원.
It was popular within the company's rank and file.
In the old days, seniors commanded respect.
In the old days, seniors commanded respect.
옛날에는 노인들이 존경을 받았다.
Command respect.
존경을 받다.
In the old days, seniors commanded respect.
The empire, at its height, was the richest of all.
The empire, at its height, was the richest of all.
그 제국은 전성기 때 세상에서 가장 부자 나라였다.
At its height.
전성기 때.
The empire, at its height, was the richest of all.
They are equipped to deal with any threats.
They are equipped to deal with any threats.
그들은 어떠한 위협에도 대처하기 위한 역량이 갖추어져 있다.
Equipped to.
무엇을 할 역량이 갖추어진.
They are equipped to deal with any threats.
This is a task fraught with risk and danger.
This is a task fraught with risk and danger.
이것은 리스크와 위험으로 가득한 과제이다.
Fraught with.
좋지 않은 어떤 것들로 가득한.
This is a task fraught with risk and danger.